Good afternoon, Hope Center Ministry, Discipleship Hall, Hope Center Ministry, YouTube, Hope Center Ministry, any and all who will watch this video. So Tasha McMillan here, and I am back today with our Love Dare Challenge, the 40-day Love Dare Challenge, and we are actually today on day number 7. In day number 7, love believes the best. For day number 7, love believes the best. 1 Corinthians 13:7 says, love believes all things and it hope all things. In the deep and private quarters of your heart, there is a room. It's called the appreciation room. It's called the appreciation room. It's where your thoughts go when you encounter positive and encouraging things about your spouse. And every so often you enjoy visiting this special place. On the walls are written kind words and phrases describing the good attributes of your mate. These may include characteristics like honesty and integrity, or phrases like hard worker, wonderful cook, or beautiful eyes. They are things you've discovered about your husband or your wife that have embedded themselves into your memory. When you think about these things, your appreciation for your spouse begins to increase. In fact, the more time you spend meditating on these positive attributes, the more grateful you are to your mate. Most things in the appreciation room were likely written in the initial stages of your relationship. You could summarize these things that you liked and respected about your loved one. Each inscription was true, honorable, and good, and you spent a great deal of time dwelling on them in this room before you were married. You may have found that you don't visit this special room as often as you once did, and that's because there is another competing room nearby. Down another darker corridor of your heart lies the de-appreciation room. And sadly, you visit this room as well. On its walls are written the things that bother you and irritate you most about your spouse. You've placed these words and opinions there out of frustration, out of hurt feelings, and the disappointment of unmet expectations. This room is lined with the weaknesses and failures of your husband or your wife. Their bad habits, their hurtful words, or poor decisions are written in large letters that cover the walls from one end to the other. If you stay in this room long enough, you get depressed and you start expressing things like, my wife is so selfish, or my husband can be such a jerk, or maybe I think I married the wrong person. Some people write very hateful things in this room, where tell-off statements are rehearsed for the next argument. Emotional injuries fester there, adding more scathing remarks to the walls. It's where ammunition is kept for the next big fight and bitterness allowed to be spread like a disease. People fall out of love here in this room. But know this, spending time in the de-appreciation room kills marriages. Divorces are plotted in this room and violent plans are schemed here. The more time you spend in this place, the more your heart devalues your spouse. It begins the moment you walk into this room, and your care for them loosens every second that ticks by. You may say, but these things are true. Yes, but so are the things in the appreciation room. Everyone fails and has areas that needs growth. Everyone has unresolved issues, hurts, and personal baggage. This is a sad aspect of human beings. We have all sinned, but we possess their unfortunate tendency to downplay our negative attributes while putting our partner's failures under a magnifying glass. Let's get down to the real issue here. Love knows about the de-appreciation room and does not live in denial that it exists, but love chooses not to live there. You must decide to stop running to this room and lingering there after frustrating events in your relationships happens. It does you no good, and it drains the joy out of your marriage. Love chooses to believe the best about people. It gives them the benefit of the doubt. It refuses to fill in the unknowns with negative assumptions. When our worst hopes are proven to be true, love makes effort to deal with them and move forward. As much as possible, love focuses on the positive. It's time to start thinking differently. It's time to let love lead your thoughts in your focus. I'm going to say that again. It's time to start thinking differently. It's time to let love lead your thoughts in your focus. The only reason you should glance in the door of the de-appreciation room is to know how to pray for your spouse. And the only reason you should ever go in this room is to write covered in love in huge letters across the wall. It's time to move into the appreciation room. So settle down and make it your home. As you choose to meditate on the positives, you will learn that many more wonderful character qualities could be written across these walls. Your spouse is a living, breathing, endless book to be read. Dreams and hopes have yet to be realized. Talents and abilities may be discovered like hidden treasure, but the choice to explore them starts with a decision by you. You must develop the habit of reining in your negative thoughts. Let me read that again. You must develop the habit of reining in your negative thoughts and focusing on the positive attributes of your mate. This is a crucial step as you learn to lead your heart to truly love your spouse. It is a decision that you make whether they deserve it or not. So, for today's Love Dare, for day number 7, this is today's Love Dare. Get 2 sheets of paper. On the first one, spend a few minutes writing out positive things about your spouse. And then do the same with negative things on a second sheet of paper. Place both of these sheets in a secret place for another day. There is a different purpose and plan for each. At some point during the remainder of the day, pick a positive attribute from the first list and thank your spouse for demonstrating this characteristic. Also in your journals, ask yourself these questions. Write these down in your journals. Which list was easier to make? The positive one or the negative one? What did this reveal about your thoughts? What did this reveal about your thoughts? And thirdly and lastly, what attribute did you thank your spouse for having? Okay? So that's what we're going to do for Love Dare Day number 7. You're going to get 2 sheets of papers. On the first one, you're going to write down all the good attributes and all the good qualities and positive things about your spouse. And then you're going to do the opposite. You're going to write down on the second sheet of paper all the negative things about your spouse. Now, also, I would encourage you guys, when it comes to the negative things, that's really, really good. That's a real good benefit for you. That's a real good benefit for you because it gives you lots to pray about. If your spouse got a lot of things that's going on with them, that's good for you to pinpoint that and to write it out. And this is where you can actually change your thinking, because this honestly is really hard for you to think critical and negative about someone in a certain area where you're presenting before God in prayer. It is really hard to do that. So I would encourage you to praise your spouse for all the good attributes that you just listed on the positive sheet of paper, and then on a negative sheet of paper, that all the negative attributes about your spouse. Every day, start praying for your spouse in that area. Amen. All right, guys. So I'll see you back here with Love Day Dare number 8, and we're gonna love on purpose. Amen. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.